Hi, this is Derek with ADI Business Solutions, and this is editing and creating menu items. To edit or create a menu item, you'll need to log into the system with your manager and administrator account. Once in the system, you will press the Options button at the bottom and the Admin button at the top to get to the administrative side of the software. We will then press the Menu Management tab or the Menu Engineering tab, depending upon your software version, over on the left-hand side. And we will go to Menu Items down here in the center. Now, once in Menu Items, you'll see you have this structure here. Starting in the top left, you'll select your department. Are you going to work with beer, beverages, food, wine, liquor? We'll start with food. Then a category underneath, we'll say we are going to work with the salads. And then you'll see your items come up over here on the right-hand side. All the different items that are food and in salads are now over here. We'll say we'll work with the chili taco salad. So we will highlight that and press OK. You'll see you have three different things inside here: the description, the button display, and the requisition description. The description is how it will appear on the guest checks and how it will appear in reports. The button display is what will appear on the button for your servers whenever they're browsing through TwoTouch to order the item. The requisition description is what will print out in the kitchen or the bar or on your requisition printers when the items are ordered. All three of these descriptions do need to be filled in. By typing the first one, I'll give you an example here. By typing in the first one, by simply clicking on the next line, it will automatically fill in these next lines here for you. So you don't have to actually type it 3 times, but you do have to make sure each one of these are filled in. Now, if you did it correctly so far, it'll automatically fill in the department and the category, but if not, you can always fill those in here. Pricing is very important for all of your items. Each item must have some kind of pricing defined to it. So what you can do for pricing is hit this drop-down button here. You can use any of the pricing groups that you may have created. If you haven't created pricing groups or you don't have any in here, you can always just do custom as well. You'll see it'll take you right in here where you can define your item's price. You'll see the price is set at $8.45 here. You can check the item to include tax if that's what you prefer. And your tax options are right down here where you can assign your tax. You can assign multiple taxes to something if you like. Over here on the left-hand side is where you can use any kind of pricing levels. Say, for instance, it was some sort of drink. Maybe we could do a pricing level that we created of liquor doubles. And you could do the price for a single drink or a double drink, and they could be defined here as one item. Now this, of course, is not a liquor drink, so we won't apply any of those. We'll go ahead and save it just as is here with what we got. Now we can go ahead back here and we'll see requisitions. This is where your items are going to print whenever they are sent. If it's a food item, you're going to want to probably send it to the kitchen to be printed out there to be made. Same with your bar items, you're going to want to probably send those to the bar so they can be made at the bar. Here is where you actually define where it's going to be printed. So you have your bar rec printer 1 is normally the default for your bar items, and your kitchen rec printer 1 is normally your default for your kitchen items. So we'll leave this at kitchen rec printer 1. We can go ahead and save this item now here, and we'll notice we have a couple more things available over here as well. You have recipe. This allows you to define a recipe for that particular item. You can type in whatever you want, and then by pressing the recipe button via the speed screen, you can actually have this recipe recalled. This is really nice for creating special kind of drinks or martinis or mixed drinks or something on special that you might have. Your bartenders will be able to go ahead and print out a recipe for that particular item and see how to make it. Time available, this can be handy. Maybe you want the item to end at 3 p.m. like this one is set to do. So it's only available from lunchtime, breakfast, lunch until 3 p.m. every day of the week here. You also have modifiers. These are quite important. We've gone over modifiers a little bit here, but modifiers are the menus that will follow items saying any specific thing about that item. So say, for instance, a steak, you would order a steak. A modifier for that steak might be a cook temperature. How do you want your steak prepared? Do you want it prepared rare, medium rare, well done, medium well? Do you want a side dish with that steak? That would possibly be another modifier. So let's go ahead and set up a modifier on here. It's a chili taco salad. So we can go ahead, maybe we will put our salad dressings modifier on here. So that way that people can select a salad dressing for it. We have our display options here of default. That means it won't display unless you click on the modifiers button. We also have our auto display button, which means if you click on the the chili taco salad, this modifier will immediately follow that and you'll be prompted through it to make a selection. You'll also have over here your minimum and maximum number of inputs. The minimum number of input is, how the minimum number of buttons that somebody could push. Same with the max is the maximum number of buttons somebody could push. I also use the cook temps example here for this. For a steak, you can only choose one cook temperature. You can't choose more than one, but you have to choose at least one. So for a steak cook temperature, you do a minimum input of 1 and a maximum input of 1. Now for salad dressing, we'll probably leave that the same way because they have to choose one salad dressing. They don't, but they can't choose more than one salad dressing. If they did, then maybe you'd order it through another window. We can always do a modifier of side dishes on here, or sandwich side as we have it named in here, and we can have that set to auto display, and they have to at least pick one side, but maybe they can pick as many as they want, so we'll leave that item blank there. So we can go ahead and save. Our modifiers are now set up for this item. Everything seems to be pretty much in order here. You can always do your quantity on hand if you want to do any kind of inventory management. You can say we have 5 of these items on hand here. But that's just a basic overview of your items here. If you have any questions, you can always give us a call here in our office.